Palm oil plantations are destructive and cause massive amounts of destruction to the environment and biodiversity. But is it all bad? What is palm oil, and why is it so popular? Who does it help, and who does it hurt? About 41.31 million metric tons of palm oil are used annually throughout the planet. It is grown from the African oil palm. Its yield is 4 times that of any other oil-producing vegetable, and it grows in tropical environments. Palm oil accounts for a large amount of poorer areas' economies. But if it's so good, who does it hurt? Well, 21% of palm oil is considered sustainable, which means 3/4 of palm oil plantations are not. It causes massive amounts of damage to tropical forests and endangered animals. So, how can we help, and how can we make a difference? Well, let's start with, what is palm oil? Palm oil is one of the most widely consumed vegetable oils on the planet, and we use it in our lives every day without even realizing it. Products that use palm oil include soap, pizza dough, makeup, and biofuels. It is one of the most efficient biodiesels on the planet. But it's also in products like my personal favorite, ice cream. The crop, as I said, is known as the African oil palm and yields quite a bit more than regular oil-producing vegetables. 80% of African oil palm is grown in Malaysia and Indonesia. But because it has such a specific environment type to grow in, it does mean a lot of that area gets deforested. So why do countries allow these plantations to keep going as they are? Well, it's all about the money. It's very profitable and brings stability to their economies and help poorer people, poorer nations have some sort of sustainability. But 270,000 hectares of land are deforested annually to make room for palm oil plantations. And with only 21% considered sustainable, it is not a very sustainable crop. 50% of palm oil plantations, as they currently stand, were forest back in 1990. With this rapid deforestation, there's a lot of effect on biodiversity. Animals are becoming endangered and having less places to live. Animals affected by this deforestation include orangutans, Sumatran elephants, Bornean pygmy elephants, Sumatran rhinos, and the Sumatran tiger. Governments do not do enough to protect these animals because of how profitable this crop is to them. Global warming is also having an effect. 10% of greenhouse gas emissions are caused from deforestation. So what can we do to help? Well, there's a company out there known as the Roundtable on Sustainable Palm Oil that certifies farms. They're a nonprofit foundation dedicated to help companies find and use more sustainable methods of growing palm oil. So why don't we just stop using palm oil? Well, as I said, its yield is 4 times greater than any other crop, so it would take 4 times the amount of space to produce the same thing as one crop of African oil palm. So it's not all bad, but sustainability is key. So since countries rely on it for income, we need to encourage them to find more sustainable use, or we're going to lose a lot of environment. Precious animals are going to disappear off the face of the planet. But what does it mean to be sustainable? Well, it means to minimize the effect palm oil plantations have on the environment. No deforestation on areas with sensitive biodiversity or critical biodiversity. Fair treatment to workers, minimize the use of fires and pesticides. We are responsible for the products we use. We need to know how to recognize products that are sustainable or use sustainable oil. Palm oil is not all bad, but we need to educate ourselves and others. We need to be advocates for finding sustainable use and only use products that use sustainable palm oil. We need to learn how to recognize it and know what the seal of the Round Table on Sustainable Palm Oil looks like. We need to increase the demand of sustainable palm oil in order to help or in order to push companies to start using it. Palm oil can be used sustainably, and we need to take responsibility for knowing what we use almost daily and how it affects other parts of the world. It is easy to sit at home and eat that tub of ice cream, watching TV, and not even think about where that ice cream came from or what's in it. Palm oil is destructive, and it does have a devastating effect on the environment, but it doesn't have to. We can find a sustainable way to enjoy this crop and enjoy all the things we love without it having such an effect on the environment. So, we can find a way to find sustainable or use sustainable palm oil and maintain our lifestyle.